Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Excited to be sharing this today because it's something that I've wanted to talk about for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, please be careful. Please be careful with the information you're sharing with your parties. Make sure you know, you understand, and you really have vetted the people that you're about to share your information with. It doesn't matter what kind of information, just in general, be very careful. But here are the 5 things that I know you shouldn't be sharing with anybody, no matter what. Stay tuned. Number 1, your dreams, your visions, your goals, things that you aspire to be, things that you aspire to get, places you want to go, things that are really special to you. And it's a dream of yours. You wanted to do these things for a long time, and you're now getting the guts to do it. Don't share it with people because some people have very small dreams and they have a hard time understanding your big dream. So you'll go and say, Mary, I want to share with you, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to start my YouTube channel. I'm trying to do this because it's going to do A, B, C, D. And Mary, because it's threatened by who you're going to become after you do your YouTube channel, she doesn't know how to react, or she's threatened by what you're doing. She says, oh, you want to do what? Why? And once they do that, it just plants a seed inside of you, especially if that Mary friend is somebody that you value their opinion, it's somebody that you respect, and it's somebody that you idolize. They will shut you down, not knowing that they're doing that. It's just them being the supportive friend that they are, only that you have never been in this space where you're showing something that maybe she's wanted to do for a long time or he's wanted to do for a long time, doesn't have the guts to do it, and then you are taking the lead and doing it. It threatens them in a kind of way. So they'll try to shut you down, or they'll try to tell you, you can't do it. Or they won't even say to your face, but they'll go and tell some other people that, who does she think she is? I don't think she's going to be able to do that. So keep your dreams to yourself, no matter how close somebody is to you, unless it's somebody you really, really trust. Like you have a sister or you have a brother, somebody that you really, really trust and you know they have your best interest, then you can share that with them. And even with them, you just give them a glimpse of it. I am not a big proponent for sharing all of your dream to people because there's a tendency that they'll kill it before it even starts. And sometimes it's not intentional. It's just what they say or what they see. And then they verbalize it, and that might make you quit what you're trying to do. So keep it to yourself until it's in a place where you've already started it. After it's already taken off or it's on its journey, then you can share with your friends. Number 2, your family dynamics. People do not need to know what's happening in your household. People do not need to know you're fighting with your sister or you're fighting with your brother or your mom. You're in bad terms with your mom or your spouse. People don't need to know that. I promise you, people are so obsessed with themselves. They have no time to worry about you and your deals. Some people are, those close to you will be worried, will be concerned, will try to share, will try to give you advice on what to do, will try to help you navigate the situation. But for the most part, a lot of people really are because they're struggling with their own things. They're struggling with their own fights. They're struggling with their own burdens that they have for their family and their children and their jobs and their schools. Things, the list is endless of what people are dealing with. So keep your family dynamics to yourself. Again, find the 2 friends that are close to you, that people that you know can actually give you a listening ear, and they can be a really good source of direction. But me as a woman of faith, I can tell God, and I know God is not going to judge me. He's not going to be like, why did you do that? He'll listen and I can vet it out. Or if you have a pet, people who talk to dogs, kudos to you because they will sit there and listen with their emotions. They'll give you undivided attention and you can have that burden lifted off your chest. Another way you can do is journaling. Just write it down. Everything you're going through, the disappointments you've had, the difficulties you're having with people, or the dynamics that are going on with your family, put them on paper. And once you're done and that stuff is out of your system, you can burn the piece of paper. Let it be ashes, and as it turns into ashes, that's stuff that has gone. You have nothing to do with it and you move on to the next goal. Number 3, your past mistakes. Every last one of us, we have made mistakes. Silly mistakes, unintelligent mistakes, just smart mistakes. Sometimes we would call them that because we thought we had a really good idea and we thought it was going to work. So it was a smart move. And then 2 months later, you realize it was the dumbest thing you've ever done. Don't share with people those bad things that you've done. It's good for therapy. You can go to a therapist and kind of try and decipher that, process the emotion because it's good to get that emotion out of the way. But on the general terms, I wouldn't be the one sharing my past mistakes like that. They were learning lessons. I would share the lessons that I've learned through those mistakes, but the mistakes themselves, Everybody has made them. It might not be the same mistake as yours, but we've all made mistakes. We've all suffered from them and we've all learned. And the best thing to do is just to carry the lessons and share the lessons and leave the mistake far behind you. Number 4, and very, very important, your finances. Keep those to yourself. Nobody needs to know how many bank accounts you have. Nobody needs to know how many cars you're driving and how much they cost and what's your monthly payment and your insurance coverage. And no, we don't need to know all of that. Keep that to yourself. You manage your money, however much you get paid, however much you make from your side hustles. I feel like that's your thing. That's your business. You deal with that. It's good to keep your finances to yourself because it can threaten some people. If you're making too much money, way more than others or way more than the person that you're talking to, they can feel threatened by it. And when that happens, there's jealousy that comes about, there's gossip that comes about, things that you really don't want. Yet, you are the one who invited it because you opened up about your money and telling people about all of these things that you have, all these things that you're about to do and how much you make and how much your husband is making, all this jazz. Keep that to yourself. People do not need to know your numbers like that. If they wanted to figure your life out, they would figure it out. But don't let it come from you. Don't sit people down and start mapping out what your financial trajectory looks like. No, it's not a wise decision. Take it. And number 5, don't overshare the fun things that you're doing. People post their vacations on social media. People post pictures of their vacations in the office and all that good stuff. It is nice. Well, it's something that you want to remember because you took a good time with your family to spend with your family, but you don't know how that's going to be received. And I'm not saying that you need to walk on eggshells around people because you don't know what they're going to feel about what you're going to post, but be wise. All these things that you're putting out there, they can come back and bite you. They can come back and people can use them against you. So you don't want to overshare information, and especially on social media. All this stuff that I've talked about, your money, your dreams, your vacations, your future plans, you don't want to share those things on social media. It's happened before. We've had stories of people who have shared a vacation on social media, and then it's come back and you start making people pry on your life. And as they pry on your life, if they're after you, they will find something that they're going to nip you in the bud with, because that's what they're looking for. People are generally good, but you can find those 2 or 3 people that really want to see your downfall, and they can use every single thing that's out there about you and to your disadvantage. And last but not least, for my married folks, don't share your private information with the world. I mean, marriage is a journey, and those who are in it, they understand. So try not to put yourself out there in a way that you will say too much about your partner, and then once you've told people about him or her, your opinion might change because you are together and you have probably worked through it and you are loving on each other again. But they might not have shifted from that mistake that the partner did, especially your sisters and your brothers, people who are close to you. They're a valuable asset and they want to protect you. So when you go there and tell them, my husband did this, and they feel like, why did he do that? Or my wife did this, and they feel so angry about it, they will always feel some type of way about that person long after you have moved on. So be very careful what you're going to share with them. If you want to share something, make sure it's coming from an advice perspective. Well, it's good to talk about these things to people, but just be careful who you're talking it out with. It has to be somebody who is close to you. It has to be somebody who understands whatever you're going through. If it's marriage, they have to be people that are married that can understand it, or a therapist who's done all these studies about marriage situations and probably can offer you a solution. But if you're just going out there to vent about your partner, be very careful who you're venting it to. You might come back and in your very vulnerable moment, they might throw it back at you, and you know how that stings. Well, that's it for now. I hope this enlightens someone. If you have any comments or any suggestions or anything that you feel should never be shared, please drop it in the comment down below. I would like to hear if you have any experiences that you've shared something with someone and it's come back to you and really did a number on you. Please go ahead and share it down below. And until next time,